Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm back for another Slim Sports interview. As always, I'm your host, Jay Slim, and joining me today is a 6'4" guard that just wrapped up his college career with the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, helping them to a historic year last season and just got his second straight all-conference nod. I'm talking about AC Austin Crowley. What's going on, man?
Game lead. USM led 46-43 with 14:55 left in the second half. So been a while since we've had a one-possession game. Crowley.
How you doing, man? How we doing?
I'm doing great. Excited to have you on here. I know you've had a great college basketball career so far. Started off at Ole Miss for 3 years, playing at the Power Five level in the SEC, NBA players every single night. Then made that transition to Southern Miss, and you took off from there. Like I said, helped them to a historic season. And this past season, you got your second straight All-Conference nod in the Sun Belt. Obviously, a lot of accolades, a lot of experiences that you've had. Talk to me real quick about your college journey. What does it mean to you to have these past 5 years under your belt?
Man, it means a lot. Just getting the experience that I've gotten throughout these years, playing with different guys, seeing different type of leadership, and just coming into the player that I always wanted to be. Just that leader, taking a little bit from everybody that I learned throughout this journey. So, man, it's been great for me. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world.
And like I said, you started off at Ole Miss in the SEC. Your first 3 years there, grew as a player a little bit year after year. Your junior year ended up starting 11 games for them. I'm like I said before, Power Five SEC. That's high level competition night after night. What was that experience like playing at the Power Five level for Ole Miss?
It was cool, man. It was cool just to um see what it really takes to be like one of the best. I had really good seasons there. It didn't work out the way we wanted it to, but I played really well there each year. So it was good to just see the top level basketball, understand what it takes every single day to be, a really good player. It's not easy. It's not gonna just fall in your lap. You got to go out there and work for it. And I was so grateful for those years at Ole Miss, man. It helped me to understand, like now, like being a pro is so much easier because I've actually seen guys be pro. I've seen them come in each and every day and do it. So I understand a little bit more. But yeah, man, those years were great for me.
Played alongside and against a lot of NBA players during your time in the SEC. Then after those 3 years, made that transition to Southern Miss in the Sun Belt, going from the Power Five high major level to the mid major level. And the Sun Belt is no joke, but obviously it's not the SEC. Talk to me
Yeah.
real quick about that transition from the Power Five to the mid major level. Would you say that there was a big difference when you made that transition?
Um, I don't I don't think it was a major difference. Just really stood out. Because the year I came into the Sun Belt, it was a lot of transfers. That's when the transfer portal was hitting really bad. So it was a lot of transfers from a lot of these like high major schools. So it wasn't really different players. The only thing I would say that's like a key difference is like the five men. It's a little bit different. The guys in SEC are a lot more athletic, a lot their reach is a lot longer. So you got to be a little more craftier when you're finishing. But all around, I think the transition was pretty good for me. Coming from Ole Miss, understanding what is high level basketball, and I had really good coaches when I got to Southern Miss. They just put the confidence in me to be like, man, you're Austin Crowley, you're gonna be Austin Crowley. So it wasn't too much of a hard transition for me. I think it was actually the biggest thing for me was just getting back to being who I was before Ole Miss. Like at Ole Miss, I was really a pass first guard, leading team in assists and doing things like that. But in high school, I've always been a scorer. So, just getting back to that flow of being the number one option and understanding when to pick your spots and stuff, that was the hardest part for me. But once I got that down pat throughout preseason, man, I felt great, man. That's when it really took off for me.
Definitely. And you made some huge strides. Your first year at Southern Miss, you ended up being a first team all conference guy, helped them to a phenomenal record, which we'll get to here in a little bit. But talk to me real quick about that jump that you made with the Golden Eagles. I know firsthand, I know DeAndre Pickney, who was your teammate last year. I know Victor Hart from
Yeah.
his days, and they took huge leaps with Southern Miss as well, where it just seems like the Golden Eagles staff knows how to improve players. How would you say they helped improve your game to become the dominant scorer athlete that you are on the court right now?
Oh man, that Our player development at Southern Miss is second to none. I think Nick Williams is probably the best player development coach in college basketball, man. Just because I was just talking to somebody the other day, like the way he breaks down the game, and unless you understand like how, in a sense, how easy it can be for you if you just play your game, and he maximizes everyone's game. Like he takes, like for instance, my first year at Southern Miss, he took DeAndre game and just maximized his game, like to he maximized all his abilities that he's really good at, and that's what being a pro is, just being good at what you're good at. So I think Nick does that very well with individual players, and he knows how. And I say Coach Ladner knows how to bring everyone together and make them play his brand of basketball, which is free flowing basketball and not too many plays run. Just more of a flow like the Denver Nuggets actions. We run a lot of those like mid post, throw to the big on the mid post. Now you play off ball, back screen and stuff like that. So I would just say the player development there at Southern Miss is second to none. That's what helped me the most because when you with a coach and he's very like particular on getting his guys better each and every day, it builds your confidence up. And that's all I needed was confidence and just putting in the work each and every day. Understanding if you do this every single day, just do the bottom. Do what Coach Nick would tell me every single day. Just shoot, get your own core workout in, lift, shoot some more. You do that every single day. You have no other choice but to get better. And that's what I did. And I think that was one of the biggest things for me coming in. I just put the work in and it gave me confidence. I was ready to play then.
Absolutely, man. I mean, this past year, you put up some great numbers, 16 points per game, 4.4 rebounds, 3.3 assists. And like I said, you were able to do a lot with this Southern Miss basketball program. It just seemed like you flowed great into their system, which, like you said, their system is about flowing. You did that very well with them. How would you say your playing style was able to blend so well with what Southern Miss was running?
Um, because it's constant movement offense. I'm a guy that's really big on just movement, understanding that the defense sees so many actions in a night they can't keep up with every single one of them. You're not gonna know every single play. So just by having the constant flow of action, moving, back screen, and cuts, that's the type of player I'm an energy player. Get a back door in the first couple of minutes, get a layup. Now you move around, get you a pin down, shoot you one in the mid range. Just free flowing offense. You never know. I'm not just gonna come down and just gonna jack up 3 threes in a row. The way Coach Donnie does his offense, he gets his guys going and gets everybody moving. And it makes the game so much easier. Like your coach always said, get your layup first before you shoot a three. Move inside out. And I think the thing with me, just when I got there and just having that, they gave me so much confidence. Like in practice, they used to tell me all the time, like, "Hey man, be Austin Crowley. We don't want you to be, this guy over here. We want you to be Austin Crowley." So, man, that's what made it so much easier for me. Just getting that confidence from my team, because confidence is everything in basketball. Once you have the confidence, you can do something. No one can stop you. So, and just giving out to Coach Ladner, his offensive mind and understanding um, concepts and schemes is he that's what he does. He's very Coach Warren takes care of the defense, but Coach Ladner he understands the offense and he gets everyone moving early. And I like playing basketball like that. I don't just like sitting in the corner or just have somebody dribble the ball at the air. Just let's everybody move. Let's play fives because I did really well with Felipe. I had a big Felipe Haase who could pass really well. So he was on like a Jokic type of time. So pass off him, play off him, just doing stuff like that, man. And it made it so much easier for me. And I'm glad I got in an offense like that because I was able to flourish.
Yeah, and this past season, you put up some big time games throughout the season. Sun Belt Conference, like I said, it's no joke. You guys had 4 teams in that conference that had 20 plus wins. James Madison was in there, who was nationally ranked, and they had
Yeah.
30 plus wins. But you didn't back down at all. Against Old Dominion, you had 30 points, 11 rebounds. Louisiana Monroe, 22 and 10. 25 and 5 against Arkansas State. So you never back down against them. And like we talked about, you just seem to fit in so well with this Southern Miss team. And your first year there, you helped them to a historic run for that program, 25 and 8 overall, 14 and 4 in their first year in the Sun Belt, where you guys ended up making a postseason tournament for the first time in years for the program. What did it mean to you to step into Southern Miss your first year and help them to that historic run?
I felt like me and Southern Miss were in the same boat. Like I was coming from Power Five going to mid major. Everyone was like, "Oh, he's just gonna go there and just play, be a regular guy, and then go off." And I think the same thing with Southern Miss, like that we hadn't been to the postseason in a long time, hadn't had a 20+ win in such a long time, and it was our first. It was a new start for both of us. There was first year for them in the Sun Belt, and first year there at Southern Miss for me. So, man, I just wanted to go out there and show everyone that Austin Crowley can play like he always did, and that's what I had in the back of my mind each and every day, just going in, working every single day, and just understanding like, man, you can do it anywhere. So just go out there and play your best basketball. If they want somebody like you, they're gonna find you, man. You just keep putting up numbers, keep doing what you're doing. It's gonna all work out. So that was my whole mindset, man. Just work every single day. It's gonna work out.
Yeah, and after that year, you earned your first All Sun Belt Conference nod. First team, Felipe Haase ended up being second team. DeAndre Pickney ended up being third team.
Yeah.
This past season, you earned All Sun Belt honors for the second straight year. And now there's kind of a changing of the guard for Southern Miss. Dre and Felipe just wrapped up their first year as pros, as rookies, so they weren't even there this past season. You,
Mhm.
Victor Hart, and some of the other guys that were averaging double figures, taking huge steps up this season, you guys are now graduating as well. Who would
Yeah.
you say is, as that guy, that veteran presence that saw the growth of some of these players this past season, who's next up for Southern Miss to help lead them, hopefully, to a conference championship?
Um, I'm gonna go with my guy Kobe Montgomery. I'll say one thing about Kobe is from my first year at Southern Miss to because my first year he didn't play. He redshirt sat out. But my first year, my second year, just being around Kobe. Kobe was in the gym with me each morning. That was my workout partner. We get up every day, 7:30. That's gonna be our workout. And even when he wasn't playing, he was always in the gym, always around, always wanted to shoot, always asking questions. Like he would come to me like, AC, what do you see right here? Why did you shoot it right here? Like he's always one of those guys that he's got a very like he loves basketball. Like he's very intrigued with it. He understands that like that's what he does and he is trying to be the best he could be at it. So I think I would give my nod to Kobe because Kobe's been putting in work. Like I said, even the years he wasn't playing with redshirt, he was one of those guys always in the gym. You can always find him in Reed Green. And man, that's what it's gonna take for the next guard to step up and just be that type of guy. And I think his year sitting out he he started to understand leadership. Then the year he came and played with us, he was on the court talking about like different situations. So I can see his leadership and his game is just getting higher and higher. So once he gets that confidence of being that like, that first guard that come in, he may get the first shot of the game. Just that confidence building stuff like that. I think the sky's the limit for him.
I can't wait to see what he does for Southern Miss next year. And I can't wait to see what's next for you because now you're moving on to the professional level. I know you had some workouts over with, I believe it was at Impact Academy or something. I saw the scrimmages going on, saw you get
Yeah,
some buckets, saw the highlights there. So congrats on that. Talk,
for
talk
sure.
to me real quick about what's next for your journey. Are you planning on being in the summer league? Are you planning on overseas? What is the next step for AC?
Me and my agent been talking day in and day out. I think I'm definitely gonna be summer league. It just we're trying to figure out what team is right now. Just figuring out what's the best situation for me right now. And then from after that, I'm just wherever God has planned for me. I want to continue to play basketball for as long as I can. So this is what I love to do. So I'm gonna keep working at it each and every day, never giving up. Just always head on the grind, just keep going. So whatever God has planned for me, that's what I'm going for. But man, I'm grateful for my years at Southern Miss though. It helped me build to where I am now. So when I get the impact, man, it's a lot of great guys there that play basketball. But I just felt confident, felt like I was one of them. And they brought me in, and it was like, man, they brought me in and just told me like, hey, bro, when you playing these scrimmages, play the same way you are at home. So yeah, it's been going great, man. I'm just waiting for the next step.
Absolutely, man. And I can't wait to see who you suit up for in the summer league. I'm definitely going to be watching all those games, watching you drop buckets on them, doing what AC does best. And there's no doubt in my mind, man, you're going to be a pro at the NBA level. And I can't wait to see what happens. I'm definitely going to have to get an Austin Crowley jersey. That's for
For
sure. I'm
sure,
betting my
man.
money on that.
For sure, bro.
Absolutely, man.
I
Thank
see
you
you got
so.
who was that out there, Dre?
Oh, yeah, this is Dre right here.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to get an Austin Crowley NBA jersey up here
For,
soon.
for sure, my guy. For sure, I got you.
Absolutely, man. And like I said, man, I've seen your career the past few years, and I can't wait to see what you do at the pro level. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this interview.
Man, I appreciate you, Jay.